It doesn't matter if you're representing the seller or the buyer. It is vital to have a close relationship with a lender. Real estate deals live or die by financing. A good lender can save a deal while a bad lender can blow it up. Something I've noticed is that, like myself, you're an optimistic kind of a person.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, it makes total sense why you will need a relationship with a lender when you are representing the buyer. You want to make sure that the buyer is qualified and is able to make the purchase before you invest any time. But what people don't realize is that also when you represent the sellers, it is very good to have a relationship with a lender, because a good lender can cross-qualify potential buyers. So what does that mean? Cross-qualification means that when an agent writes an offer representing the buyer and they submit a pre-approval letter, you can ask that buyer to also be qualified by the lender you have a relationship with. That is extremely strong. The last thing you want to do is get into escrow with a buyer and then learn that they actually are not able to purchase the home.
I'm the doctor, you're more like the therapist.
Right. Now you can avoid that by asking to cross-qualify the buyer with your own lender. That way your lender can give you assurance and in some cases maybe even able to present a better rate or a better deal for the buyer.
Everyone's situation is different.
Right.
So I might talk to a buyer and say, it's not the right time for you to buy.
Yeah.
Whereas I'll talk to another buyer and say, let's look at your financial picture. This may be a good investment for you right now.
Another thing that I have to say about you that is pretty unique is the fact that you have like your hands and your knowledge about down payment assistance and all these things, all these programs that are out there. Why and how and what sparked that, you know, you're sort of being a housing activist, I guess?
Well, I believe that everyone should have access to buying property if they want that. And so because there are so many different programs and government initiatives, I advocate for those so that everybody gets a chance to buy.
Also remember that not every deal fits into a box, so you need to know a lender who is comfortable with creative solutions. You also need to work with a lender who understands the type of buyer you are working with. Is it a first-time home buyer? Is it a jumbo loan? VA? There's a lot of programs out there. So you're not ready to buy today.
Sure.
But I'm going to stick around with you until
We'll get you ready.
We'll get you ready.
So we figure out what the gaps are. So if the gaps are, let's say it may be credit.
Another thing that is extremely important in a lender is clear communication. That means they keep you posted every step of the way. In my career, I've worked with so many lenders, and the ones who stand out are the ones who keep clear communication throughout the process. And remember, when you're in an escrow, time is of the essence. So you have an appraisal contingency, you have a loan contingency. A lender needs to move fast in order to stay within those contingency periods. It all boils down to building a trusted team that can take your transaction from beginning to end. And it takes years to do that, but it's so valuable.
I think that how they sort of shoot themselves in the foot is they make all of these assumptions without talking to professionals first. So maybe they go to Google or God forbid, they go to TikTok to get their real estate and mortgage advice instead of actually talking to someone, because everyone's situation is different.
One of the things I tell my clients is how important it is to be able to leverage my network, which I've developed over years and years of working in real estate. I don't just recommend anyone. If I connect you with a lender, it's because they've proven themselves deal after deal.
Thank you for watching. To find out more, visit everyla.com.